Yo, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a while since we spoke about P. Diddy, but in this video, we've got some disturbing details about Jay-Z. Now, some of you guys will remember we've done a video reacting to Jaguar Wright, and in that video, she was calling out Jay-Z and Beyonce. Piers Morgan was obliged to put out an apology video for a show that's called Uncensored. This goes to show you that Jay-Z and Beyonce wasn't ramping when it comes to what Jaguar Wright had to say. We reached out to the lawyers picked up the phone, reached out to Piers Morgan and his team and got it all shut down. But here we are a few weeks later with more disturbing details revealing Jay-Z involved in graping a 13-year-old minor. Some viewers might find this sensitive, but let's check this out.
Buckle up, because there's a lot to take in here and it's rough. As many of you know, Cassie's ex-boyfriend is currently locked up in Brooklyn awaiting trial on multiple charges, including trafficking, racketeering, and more. His freak-offs have been greatly talked about, and what celebrities may have partaken as well. Thus far, no other star has been publicly named. Until now. In the wake of Diddy's arrest, this attorney in Texas, Tony Busby, held multiple press conferences and was looking for alleged victims of Kim Porter's baby daddy. He has begun to file many lawsuits against Diddy and said that he would be filing upwards of 120 individual lawsuits against Diddy.
Wow.
Tony Busby also revealed that he was reaching out to celebrities that were somehow involved in Diddy's freak-offs and threatening them with legal action. Pay up to get us to shut up or we will sue you publicly. That was Tony Busby's MO, and Jay-Z is one of the celebrities that Tony Busby reached out to. But Beyonce's husband did not respond well. We've now learned that it was Jay-Z who last month sued Tony Busby.
Wow.
But
this man ain't playing. You speak on their name, they're bringing out the lawyers.
Jay-Z filed his lawsuit as a John Doe. He filed it anonymously in Los Angeles County Superior Court against Tony Busby, accusing the Texas lawyer of extortion and intentional infliction of emotional distress.
Wow.
In that filing, Jay-Z claimed that Tony Busby sent him a demand letter threatening to name him in a lawsuit with allegations that would tarnish his reputation, that he supposedly raped a child at a Diddy freak-off. Last month, in his lawsuit, Jay-Z said through his attorney that Busby's letter included entirely fabricated and malicious allegations of sexual assault, including multiple incidents of rape of a minor, both male and female.
Wow.
And Jay-Z's lawsuit made it clear that Tony Busby threatened to name him if he refuses to comply with the demands, aka a huge payout.
Wow. So he is trying to finesse it. This Busby guy is trying to finesse the bag and trying to make as much money as he can out of it. Doesn't seem like he actually cares about the victims at this point. Seems like he cares about the money.
Jay-Z is adamant that he is innocent and that Busby is fraudulently extorting him and others.
It's starting to sound that way.
Also, in Jay-Z's lawsuit, he made the claim that this was not the first time that Busby and even some of his clients have been involved in an extortion scheme to extract money from high-profile individuals by threatening baseless legal action. In fact, according to Jay-Z's lawsuit, the FBI investigated one of Busby's clients as there was concern they were extorting NFL star Deshaun Watson for sexual misconduct. Well, these allegations of Diddy and a 13-year-old first surfaced in October when Tony Busby sued Diddy in New York and did not include Jay-Z. But today, Tony Busby amended that lawsuit to also include Jay-Z.
Wow.
This now is the first Diddy lawsuit that includes another celebrity. Before today's lawsuit was refiled to include Jay-Z's name as a defendant, Jay-Z received a letter from Tony Busby requesting a mediation to resolve the matter, Busby wrote in his amended lawsuit. In response to that letter, we have now learned today that Jay-Z was the anonymous celebrity who filed his own lawsuit against Tony Busby. The lawsuit centers around a woman identified solely as Jane Doe and what she claims happened after the Video Music Awards in New York in 2000. Jane Doe says she was just 13 years old at the time and tried to attend the VMAs. She couldn't get into the show without a ticket, though. So she began approaching limousine drivers parked outside.
I remember this story. I actually brought this story to your attention a little while ago.
After the event, with inquiries about attending an after party. One of the drivers allegedly worked for Diddy, and the unnamed 13-year-old girl let this driver take her to his after party. Once at the party, she claims that she signed a non-disclosure agreement, which is not legally binding. You can't force a 13-year-old without parental supervision to sign an NDA.
Makes no sense.
And then she accepted a drink. But
after that drink, she started to feel funny.
Only one cocktail, she began to feel woozy and lightheaded. So she went to an empty bedroom looking for a place to lie down. There, according to Jane Doe, Diddy entered the room along with a male and female celebrity. We now know, according to this lawsuit, the male celebrity is Jay-Z. Who's the female celebrity? There's a lot of rumors. I've heard one name over and over again, not Beyonce. Remember, it's the year 2000.
Destiny's Child had their first bit of success in 1997, I believe it was.
Anyways, back to this lawsuit. Jane Doe claims in her lawsuit that the male celebrity raped her while the female celebrity watched. Then Diddy allegedly raped her while both the male and the female celebrity looked on. According to the lawsuit, after the assault, the woman, who now lives in Alabama, noted that she fell into a deep depression which continues to affect every facet of her life. After the alleged assault, the lawsuit says that the 13-year-old girl grabbed her clothes and left. She made her way to a gas station where she called her father.
Did she not tell her father what just happened? Did her father not call the police?
Jane Doe is seeking unspecified damages in this civil lawsuit. The lawsuit is filed under New York's Victims of Gender-Motivated Violence Protection Act. I remember telling you this initially and even recounting the details that this woman named in her lawsuit. She even recalled the house where the after party was at, including the color. It was a white house with a U-shaped driveway. All details that should be able to be easily confirmed or not. Repeatedly, Diddy, through his attorneys, have denied all wrongdoing, claiming that any relation that he was involved in was consensual. Jay-Z's attorney, Alex Spiro, and his publicist have thus far not commented on him being named in this lawsuit and the allegations against him and a then 13-year-old.
Now, what we're hearing right now is extremely disturbing, but there are still a number of question marks. One of those question marks is, who is that 13-year-old victim? If that was in 2000, today she would be about 37 years old. Is this one of Jaguar Wright's victims? Because remember, Jaguar Wright said she had 3 victims that had been abused by the Carters. That's what she said. Anyhow, there has been a response from Jay-Z and his lawyer in regards to this new lawsuit. Let's check this out.
Well, that was fast. Beyonce's husband must have had a statement ready to go because even though it's the weekend, Jay-Z has just responded to being named in a lawsuit alongside Diddy that accuses both of them of raping a 13-year-old. Also in that lawsuit, it is alleged that a female celebrity saw everything and did nothing. This lawsuit has been brought against Diddy and Jay-Z in New York, filed on behalf of an anonymous client, a Jane Doe, from Tony Busby, the Texas attorney who said he will be filing 120 lawsuits against Cassie's ex-boyfriend. So, what does Jay-Z have to say for himself? The following. Quote, "My lawyer received a blackmail attempt called a demand letter from a lawyer in quotation marks, named Tony Busby. What he had calculated was the nature of these allegations and the public scrutiny would make me want to settle. No, sir, it had the opposite effect. It made me want to expose you for the fraud you are in a very, various all caps, public fashion."
Facts. Because at the end of the day, if you're in this because you are trying to blackmail me for money and I haven't done anything wrong, do you really think I'm going to bite on that?
So no, I will not give you one red penny. One red penny, all caps, and 2 exclamation marks. Jay-Z is heated. He continues. These allegations are so heinous in nature that I implore you to file a criminal complaint, not a civil one. 2 exclamation marks.
Big facts.
Ooh.
So this, again, it goes to show you that Jay-Z is not guilty here. If he was guilty, he would not be using this amount of chess right now.
Good point. Whomever would commit such a crime against a minor should be locked away.
Facts.
Would you not agree?
Cool.
Ooh, that's also a really good point. Although, isn't there such a thing as statute of limitations? The alleged incident between Diddy, Jay-Z, the unknown female celebrity, and the 13-year-old minor happened in 2000. That's 24 years ago. Let me look it up. As I feared, the statute of limitations in New York State in this matter, which happened 24 years ago, the statute of limitations has passed. So Tony Busby's client, Jane Doe, has no choice but to file a civil lawsuit to respond to what Jay-Z is saying in his statement.
Okay.
The statement continues.
Maybe he knew that. That's the reason why he tried to come from that angle.
These alleged victims would deserve real justice if that were the case. This lawyer, who I have done a bit of research on, seems to have a pattern of these type of theatrics! Exclamation mark. I have no idea how you have come to be such a deplorable human, Mr. Busby, but I promise you, I have seen your kind many times over. I'm more than prepared to deal with your type. You claim to be a Marine? Marines are known for their valor. You have neither honor nor dignity.
Whoa.
My only heartbreak is for my family. My wife and I will have to sit our children down, one of whom is at the age where her friends will surely see the press and ask questions about the nature of these claims and explain the cruelty and greed of people. I mourn yet another loss of innocence. Children should not have to endure such at their young age. It is unfair to have to try to understand inexplicable degrees of malice meant to destroy families and human spirit. As I said, Jay-Z had this written a while ago, and he's still got a lot more to say. Quote, My heart and support goes out to true victims in the world who have to watch how their life story is dressed in costume for profitability by this ambulance chaser in a cheap suit. You, Tony Busby, have made a terrible error in judgment thinking that all celebrities are the same.
Wow.
I'm not from your world. I'm a young man who made it out of the project of
I
Brooklyn.
am not from your world, he says.
We don't play these types of games. We
Woo!
have very
Smoke!
strict codes and honor. We protect children. You seem to exploit people for personal gain. Only your network of conspiracy theorists, fake physics, will believe the idiotic claims you have levied against me that, if not for the seriousness surrounding harm to kids, would be laughable.
Wow, and if you don't have the evidence to back up your claims, then how do you retaliate and respond to that? Jay-Z literally just stepped in the room and shut everyone down.
I look forward to showing you just how different I am.
Woo!
That statement was released not on Jay-Z's social media accounts. Interesting. It was released on the social accounts, at least I'm looking at it right now, on Elon Musk's platform, and sent out by Rock Nation, his company. So, thoughts on his statement? Does that make you think any differently about the allegations? Thoughts about the allegation? Thoughts in general? Let me know in the comment section.
Wow, Jay-Z was on full smoke. Him and Beyonce ain't playing. Like I said earlier, they shut down Piers Morgan instantly. And they're now stepping up to this Busby guy who seems to be someone that is out here for the paper. We can't say for sure, but at this moment in time, we don't really know how true these claims are. Remember, this was back in 2000. Some of us watching this might not even have been born then. This situation is definitely disturbing. Based on what I'm hearing, based on what I'm reading, I'm starting to think that this Busby guy is out for the buck and he's trying to get as much money as he can out of this situation. Now, I can't say the same for P. Diddy, but Jay-Z has just stepped up and put a bag of pressure on this Busby guy. If Jay-Z knew there was evidence proving his guilt, why would he apply this amount of pressure? Why would he attack from this type of angle? Doesn't look like Jay-Z is having a bar of it. I need you guys to comment down below. Let me know exactly what you are thinking right about now. Make sure you hit the like button, do subscribe to the channel if we are new, and I look forward to seeing you guys on the next one.